Just TikTok so far. Maybe that's all she's planning. We recorded a lot of stuff. How cold was it? I was pretty drunk, so I wasn't cold. We don't have to listen to the encore, I don't think. But yeah, it wasn't that cold. It was fine. It was fine. We got 2 responses, so we do have 2 cards at the very least to analyze. So. We're at 3 responses. All right, we're making some progress. Sorry, I'm just making sure some things are correct. I think we're good. So I saw you in your Scooby fit in one of Jacob's stories. So I had 3 fits. I had Scooby-Doo, crime-solving dog, if y'all are unfamiliar. I only say this because I was texting with Molly, my 12-year-old sister, or I guess 11, technically. And I was texting her just like, yo, what's your costume? She's like, I'm a shark. I'm like, that's so cool. She's like, what are your costume? I'm like, I'm Scooby-Doo. She's like, that's cool. And I'm like, oh, you have no idea who Scooby-Doo is. Because how could she? Like, think about it. If you're growing up in 2024, TV's not a thing. You know YouTubers. You probably know Mr. Beast. I Show Speed. You have no fucking idea who Scooby is, let alone Velma, Daphne, Fred, let alone Zarkos. She has to know the ancient texts. Maybe some kids do. Molly would not do well in pop culture trivia, I think is a fair way of saying it. How was the restaurant? What? Oh, the bar? It was good. It was chill. It was bar food, but it was good bar food. I got a cheesesteak. But Salem, I will say, it was a vibe. There was a lot of people there. There was nothing to do there. You don't just, like, show up and there's stores and, like, events and music and whatever. It's just streets. So you just kind of, like, walk in Salem till you're done walking. So yeah, you know, it was all right. How was the train? Totally fine. No problems. Y'all have a lot of questions that I'm happy to answer. I just don't know why you would care. Spent all day listening to your old streams. Interesting. Well, let's add to the archive today. I'm sure it's not as good as a Philly cheesesteak. It was good for my purposes. I have no complaints. 6-7 just popped up on my chat, though it was something special, but just my watch streak. Okay. Love the commuter rail. Yeah, I have no complaints. Let's look at the Reddit first while people submit some stuff. I will say there's not that many responses, so this will probably just be like a bit of an epilogue to the stream as us looking at these cards. But I would like to look at the Reddit because I thought there was some interesting posts there, and I want to go through them. You guys know me. I love going through the Reddit. I have to delete some tabs. Today I spent like 5 or 6 hours trying to complete the Pokedex in ZA, and I just need to do some trades, so. Missed the start of the stream. How was Salem? It was good. It did not much to do, but it was fun. Okay, classic exercise. My top 20 players of the new era. What do you got? It's kind of a shame when you have like one take that invalidates the rest of your list. Like I can't even look at the rest of it. Not to mention there's not a good take here. Is Halloween inherently evil? Look, here's what I'll say. Matt Hardiman. If God does exist, right? He might. I don't know. He might, she might, they might, it might. I don't know. If God does exist, and God doesn't want me to have fun on Halloween, I frankly am not interested in that God. Is that reasonable? I'm not trying to say, like, if you're Christian, you're evil. I don't believe that. It's just, like, in my head, if God exists, he's not super lame. And I feel like, as far as I understand from Matt's conveyance of, like, how God is and what God wants, and God just seems so lame. I don't know what to say. The link is pinned. Link is pinned. He said in a reply he tries to avoid demonic activity every day. I don't blame him. I mean, I feel like at a certain point, what he needs to understand is, like, his placement on BB26 was not a result of, like, demons. Those were all, like, worldly actions. But, to teach their own. Like, he doesn't have to celebrate Halloween. It's just, like, when you post goofy shit like that, people are going to make fun of you. And, like, it's not, like, shots out of nowhere. Why is Cory talking about Matt? It's like, dude, you posted this. It's so silly. Like, it's just, like, dude. He should become the co-host of God 101 and stop doing TikToks. You see, I think Julie thinks Halloween's a good thing. He said in other videos that he rage baits. Yeah, no, I agree. I think, like, the problem is I do think he just wants the engagement and the interaction and the drama and the whatever, which I guess I'm giving him, but I think it's funny, so, whatever. It's pretty harmless. This is not like the other BB26 God situation, you know what I mean? Like, this one's just kind of goofy. Also, Love Island, if y'all saw the Hutta shit, bizarre. I will say, though, and, like, I say this even though I also believe that you should not just trust the edits that reality TV shows put out there, because as we know, the edits versus the live feeds on Big Brother are wildly different, and we don't get live feeds on other shows, so you don't want to put all your stock into the story they're telling us. Watching Love Island this year, so Love Island 7, I don't know how you walk away from that season thinking Hutta's, like, chill. Not to say, like, her being kind of insane makes her, like, vehemently racist, nor do I think she's vehemently racist. I don't fucking know her. You know what I mean? But, like, walking away from that season, I feel like there was a big overcorrection of, like, yeah, she was ridiculous and treated other people very poorly. And then she leaves and is, like, hailed as iconic, which is fine. She's a reality TV character who provided a lot of drama. And then she does a ton of crazy shit in the postseason. It's like, okay, yeah, that adds up. I'm not shocked. So she's losing all her sponsors and stuff. If you guys don't know, she was on TikTok Live, and some viewer was able to join him on the stage, or they had him join him on the stage, or they were doing something, and called Olandria a slur, to which Hutta, like, laughed. I don't even know if you could say awkwardly laughed. It was just a weird reaction. And I think when people say, oh, like, people laugh out of awkwardness, or it's like a traumatic response, like a response to some crazy thing. Prank phone call. Okay. It was just weird. Like, I don't know. I think usually people react in a different way to that kind of thing. Like, even if you, like, awkwardly laugh, you then follow it up with, like, are you kidding me? What the fuck? Get that guy the hell out of here. You know? It's just weird. I think that's the only word I could think to describe it. Let's look back at his abomination. I don't think anyone in the top 3 are actually in the top 3. I think Cam's borderline top 20. Taylor and Morgan are probably deserving to be in the tier below this. But yeah, the 1 through 3 is insane. Will at 4 is probably a worse take than Cam at 1. I think there's a better argument for Cam being the best player of the new era than Will being the 4th best. Right? Ashley's placed reasonably. X's as well. Michael, sure. Tiffany, sure. Rachel, sure. I think I'm in the right spot-ish. There's no Matt anywhere, which, to each their own. And then Chelsea in 16 to 20 is wild. Shout-outs to Quinn making it on the list. You love to see it. So yeah, look, here's the thing about opinions. Everyone's allowed to have one. And I'm also allowed to have an opinion on this opinion, and this opinion is shit. But I appreciate you having it. Sydney, thank you for the 22 months. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, let's see what the comments had to say. We are so fortunate, Reddit, to be joined in this sub by one of Cam's dogs from the crib. I think Cam is underrated personally. Definitely on the higher end of new era players. My only problem is how he had very little win equity in the end. I think Cam is overrated, but I still think he's fine. I don't think he's a bad player. Sydney, thank you for the 22. I think I already thanked you, but maybe not. I appreciate it. All right, what else do we got? Did they lower the grand prize for next year? I don't know. Did they? Is this real? It seems very odd and arbitrary. I will say I'm a believer that raising the prize money is stupid and does nothing. Maybe that's my hot take. I gotta sneeze. I genuinely think they could lower the prize money to 500K again, and it would be fine. I'd rather it be higher, right? But I don't think it makes much of a difference. That money is a lot, anyways. Okay, what do we got here? Chelsea, Tiffany. I think these are the two best. I think this is right. And then Rachel 3. I don't know. I don't see like an obvious person to put above Rachel, but I think like Rachel probably doesn't belong in the same tier as Chelsea and Tiffany. But like you could make a case for Rachel at 3. I don't think there's anyone else who's super obvious. But I would still like I think she should be down here, unless this is just how they're dividing it. Ashley at 4, I think is high. I just think Xavier's better. I think Xavier's too well-rounded. Even if I think Ashley had a more impressive strategic game, I think X's social game and more importantly his physical game do make him a stronger player. Taylor, always hard to evaluate. I think I would have Taylor a bit lower, but probably still in the same tier. Matt and Suri. I just think Suri is better than Matt because Matt's not good at comps. If Matt was good at comps, I would give him the edge. But Suri's obviously better at everything else. And Matt's like better at comps, but still not good, you know? Michael, sure. I'm in this tier. I think this is about right. I think these are the people who should be here. I don't think there's really any sneaks. I think Morgan fits pretty well in this tier. I think you guys know I think Morgan's a little bit better than Ashley, but it's so close. Like, you know, I think Ashley's probably like 9 and Morgan's 10, or they're 10 and 11 or something like that, you know? 16 through 20, Jag is fine there. Cam is fine. Vince, you could push Vince up a tier if you want. I don't think you should, but I think he does deserve a mention here. T-Core, I think people remember T-Core as a different player than she was. They remember her win equity more than her gameplay. So I do think she's too high. And Brooklyn is just like, I don't know. Maybe. Like, Brooklyn's just so speculative. We saw 5 weeks of gameplay from her, and 4 of them were good, and the 5th wasn't even that bad, but it feels tough putting her here. I think I'd put Brittany up a tier, maybe. Swap Brittany and T-Core, Brittany and Brooklyn, something like that. Claire, I think, would be a really good player, but she just had a rough season. Granted, it was pretty rough circumstances. So I don't know. Vince seen the costumes. It's an easy costume. What are we ranking? We're just looking at the Reddit. Do you think if Vince had chosen the other team, the outcome of his game would have been better? So this was a big Cory argument that Vince should go with Riley and Kat and that side of things instead of the Rachel side. I don't know. I still think he should have. I don't think he would have won in that situation. Because I think Vince is very self-destructive in the way he plays. Like, he's always going to make it far because he has excellent self-preservation skills, but I don't know if he has, like, the winning path in it. You know, that's not, like, part of his gameplay. So I don't think Vince would have been better off. Switch. I think it would have been the same result. But I think in the moment, I think he should have gone with Riley. That was my take. And yeah, that would have meant losing Morgan, but I think Morgan kind of ended up being his kryptonite. He might have a better shot if Morgan goes out there, right? It's hard to say. Everything's different. Competitions are all over the place. Maybe Keanu's the winner in that case, but who knows? I don't think this was like a make or break moment for him. He still had a lot of chances to win after, and he would have had chances to win if he went the other way. This mustache is insane. Classic. Forgot about the frog costume. These are my favorite kind of Reddit posts. Just Jamaica and BB-8. I'm like, damn, y'all are locked in, huh? Y'all just locked in. Tyler could have been the GOAT. Yeah, could have. Had a lot to do. Okay. This is going to be a very short stream. As you guys hear, I'm kind of under the weather. But I just wanted to knock a stream out. I have a good amount of work this weekend, and I know I promised the Pokemon card stream today, and I don't want to give you guys homework and then not be here to check out the results. You don't submit something and then have it not get graded. That's fucked up. So again, the link to create the Pokemon cards is on my Twitter. You could check that out. I'll show you the ones I made one more time. There is a Google form link in the chat that you can submit your cards to. But otherwise, let's get into it. So first, let me pull up my cards. So I started off with an America card. Very cute. You got the Presser Chef, Womanly Wiles, literally fuck off, 956 HP, just, you know, just good work here. And then we got this guy. I love this one. I feel like I look like such like a 13-year-old heartthrob in this one. Like I'd go crazy on Disney Channel. But I think this picture actually worked pretty well for the vibe of the card. All right. All right, let's look at the responses. We got a few. Let's see, we're at 9, it seems, and some people have submitted more than one. So let me pull up the first one. All right, let's see. Beautiful. Okay, here it is. Nightmerica. Let's see. She's got 956 HP. This one's a psychic type. Or is it a ghost type? I'm not sure. I'm not a big Pokemon card guy. I'm a big Pokemon game guy. She has existential invincibility. Invincible until the second half of the game due to natural charisma. 1 second. Do y'all think that's what it was called? Natural charisma? Me campaigning to Felicia? Look, give her a lot of credit. She did a ton. But how about natural charisma and a little bit of help from a friend at the time? But thank you, JPR. I appreciate it. Appreciate the gift. Hope you're doing well. So invincible till the second half of the game. Juggling. Uses beanbags to confuse and disorient adversaries. She doesn't use beanbags. She used professional grade juggling balls that I bought. So let's just get that right. Yap attack. Talks enemies into submission. Yeah, I mean, in the house, I feel like she actually wasn't... She wasn't like yap, 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 yap. It was just every time she did, it was important information. You know what I mean? Like, she never wasted words. Hair whip. Flip a coin. If heads, the card stuns for 1 turn. If tails, this card does nothing, but still looks hot. Nice one. I like it. 5'3", weight, rude to ask. I hope no one fills in that weight category for anybody. There's no reason for it. You should put together an actual Big Brother card game. Quinn was texting me that he was planning on something like this, and that I kind of screwed him up. Which, you know what? Mission accomplished. Another one down. So thank you to whoever submitted Night America. We will be picking, I'll just pick my favorite at the end. Just a bit of a, acknowledgement, but this is a great one. Night America. Okay, let's look at this one. Cory, HP 1006. What's the logic for 1006? Also, is this This is me, I think, because of the blue shirt. Or is this just like your anniversary? Oh, okay. Sure. You don't see the anniversary in that format very often. This is Stardew Valley. Are these custom characters or are these characters that exist in the game? How does this work? But this is adorable. America's going to love this. I haven't even looked at the words yet, but this is adorable. This is a yellow dress. Love it. No, this is adorable. If both partners are in play, they cannot be knocked out on the same turn. Interesting. That's actually an interesting ability. Adds plus 20 damage to every move. Strategic debater. Okay. And then confident rebel. I'm the debater. She's the confident rebel. Ignores all effects that lower your attack. She plays by her own rules. What's the Pokemon ability that actually does that? Is it Scrappy? No, Scrappy lets you hit normal types as Ghost, right? There's some ability that doesn't let. Clear Body is a clear body. Category Showman Season 25. That's true. This is adorable. America's gonna love this one. We're probably gonna print some of these out. See if there's a way to display them. But this is cute. The slogan at the bottom: from late night strategy talks to live feed cuddles, their alliance runs on brains and heart. It is cute. I did note the absence of brawn in brains and brawn. You said brains and heart, but cute enough. But that was adorable. I love the picture. Okay, we got our first one that is not of or relating to America or myself. Big Meech. She's got 187 HP. Weight is 7 pounds. Eviction Swiper. Can steal an opponent's item, rendering it unusable for the rest of the game. I like it. Cry It Out unleashes an emotional flood, confusing house guests for 2 turns. 40 base damage, not bad. And then You're Never Going to Be Cody or Derek. Lowers opponent's attack permanently. Double damage to overconfident male house guests. Classic. Known for tears and fierce words, she disrupts any fight before fleeing. That's a very cute description. This is a good one. So America and I were doing a thought experiment. I think I might have done this one on stream, but I think the biggest fan to have ever been cast on Big Brother is one of myself, America, or Big Meech. I think it's really between America and Big Meech because they were much more dedicated live feed watchers, which is crazy to think. So this is adorable. I think this is a great job. Whoever created Big Meech, job well done. And I want to give people credit, but I also don't want to leak their emails because you had to sign up to submit your card, and I don't want to leak that. Big Meech, love it. All right. Here's the thing. This next little competition we're doing, or this next little display we're doing is a competition. We have 2 Bowie Jane cards, and we're going to see who won. Thanks, Ruin. That was super cool. All right, here we go. First off, we have Bowie Jane. 45 HP. Hilarious. Mafia Mayhem automatically is protected for 3 turns. Yeah. Yeah, maybe 7 turns, to be honest. Object forces players to lose 2 turns. Okay, a bit of a lawyer joke right there. I like it. And then Busted. Card holder has to lose the most powerful card. That's perfect. That is exactly what Busted would do. Leak IP instead. Yes, of course. You're fine, Kitty. This is really good. I think Busted's hilarious. Mafia Mayhem is kind of scary, but I like it. Okay, let's do this one. There's a way for me to not leak people's, shit. I could do this, right? All right. Bowie Jane. An electric type's interesting. The fight stops now. Bowie approaches the opponent trainer and lets them know the Pokemon battle stops now. This immediately ends the battle. I think this is a reference to Bowie asking me to stop campaigning. Very good. I like the picture, too. This is a good one. And then the Mafia does infinite damage. Throws a whiteboard with the number 27 on it. If the whiteboard hits, the opponent team is no longer capable of attacking. Bowie joins up with Matt and Jag to perform the consecutive attacks until the opponent dies. I think you got lost in the sauce here, Daniel. I'm trying to figure out how this works within the context of the TCG. So I also have to have a Matt and Jag card on the board? Okay. Sure. Damn, imagine like you're just going to a fun little Pokemon tournament and then someone brings out their Mafia deck. That is fucked. So who do you guys think won, Katie or Daniel? I think it's a tie. Well done to both of you. Wow, this card looks fucking cool. Yeah, this looks really cool. Mama Felicia, 750 HP. I guess a grass type, but this is a cool design of some sort. A grass-water fusion, perhaps. It's her move. Come on, God, cannot be evicted on the first eviction. Again, I guess we're calling being knocked out an eviction, so you can't be evicted in the first turn, perhaps. Roaring Snore awakens all sleeping house guests for 2 turns. That's interesting. So it wakes them up for 2 turns and they go back to sleep. Fascinating. And then Faith of a Mustard Seed, 130. Damn, Faith of a Mustard Seed is strong as hell. Does 30 more damage to other house guests on the block. Yeah, that's accurate for a Felicia card. This is really clever. I enjoy this one. I think the Faith of the Mustard Seed is the highlight. That makes a ton of sense. Like being on the block next to Felicia, absolute death sentence. Just ask America. That's a rough one. That could have been my fate if week 1 went a little bit differently. So, Mama Fee. What a card. I love the design, too. I've never seen this. Very, very good. All right. All right, Daniel. We got another Daniel card here. Honestly, Daniel, not your best work when it comes to framing the picture. Hey, y'all. So we got Felicia. She's off to the right a bit. This is your first one. No problem. Trusting my gut. When attacked, Felicia predicts whether the attack will be successful or not. Whatever Felicia does not predict occurs. That is shady. It is true, though. Very funny. You were going for the artistic angle? Okay. Did you succeed? Who could say? But trusting my gut's very funny. No attacks, just 2 abilities is crazy. The fact Felicia Cannon sounds like an epic attack. Someone should have done that. The Felicia Cannon. And then Mr. B calls out Mr. B to deliver a random item to your inventory. That would make sense. You get to draw like an extra card when you use Mr. B. That's clever. Really, what you should be able to do is request an additional card and then not get it. That would be a little bit more true to life. Okay. One more break while I blow my nose. Sorry. Okay, Felicia's 5'8" in this universe. Damn, it kind of felt like she was 5'8" at times in the house. But thanks, Daniel, for the Felicia card. Looked very cool. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This one, I don't think you guys are going to like it. I'm just going to be honest. Grodner, 6767 HP. She's got terrible twist. She's a dark type. Twist that depresses your party for 4 turns. I don't remember the depression status condition in Pokemon. I might have to do some research. Maybe that's a Gen 11 mechanic. And then blinded by blondes. If party has one long-haired blonde-haired male, take 2 turns. I don't know what that means. But I think this should have been an ability. Like, none of her shit works on blondes. This is a very off-putting card. I don't know if I'm a big fan. But I do appreciate the effort. And I appreciate the creativity. Because this is, I believe, the only Allison Grodner card we have. Delete this immediately. I'm going to have to print it out immediately. Wow, people getting creative in the chat. Have you ever met her? Of course, you could. I mean, met her a billion times through the casting process and during the season. Okay. A special energy card helicopter date between Bunky and Will provides 2 normal energies. Select a second house guest who will also obtain the bonus. If either house guests are evicted, helicopter date is removed from play. It is a deep cut. I think this is the kind of thing that would be made into a Pokemon card if this, existed for Big Brother. But this is very cute. Hello. Are you guys okay?
Why is it 100 degrees in here, babe?
It's really cold outside. I'm also streaming. Do you want to see something?
Your meds are here.
Wahoo.
I'm going to turn this off. I'm sorry. It's 60 degrees out, babe. It's not that cold.
You came in hot.
Yeah, what are you looking at? Helicopter date.
You remember this?
I forgot about this.
I know. It's a deep cut. This is BB lore. It really is. But yeah, this is a good one. I like getting creative. We've already seen 2 Felicias, 2 Bowies.
Wait, I love that. I'm going to go back and watch.
1 Grodner. Show her Stardew Valley. Yeah, let me show you one more. This is a cute one of us. She walked away. I feel like I was being pretty loud, right? I think she was literally just thinking about the AC the whole time. We'll show her. I'll show it to her later. I was like, did I say it? I think I said it, right?
Oh, yeah. It won't come in now.
All right. We'll just keep going. What are you going to do? Oh, shit. Damn, I would not want to play against this card. Jerry McDonald, 92 HP. A marine Pokemon, 6 feet tall, 210. He's an absolute unit. You're going home. When Jerry evolves, opponent must remove 1 basic house guest from play. It would be funny if someone made an evolutionary line, like Ian, Steve, me. Or, you change the order, but... and then Judas, smite a fellow house guest for 666 damage. Damn, someone have a Matt Hardiman card? They can use Halloween. Add bonus damage based on current age. Is a good one. I like the little icon up here. That's so cute. It's a good touch. He evolved from Calm Jerry to Angry Jerry. I don't remember Calm Jerry, but I guess I'm only remembering the highlights. But that's adorable. Okay. Wow. I assume this is made by the same person because another deep Big Brother 2 cut. Nicole doll. This is when they were all asked to make little dolls of each other. This is the one that was Nicole. Used to find dirty towels on the floor and house guests having a good time. Affected house guests must be mute for 1 turn. The ire of Nicole. If Nicole is in play, she is forced to attack a house guest of the player's choosing until either Nicole or that house guest is evicted. Damn. It's like an ISO in Valorant. This is an insane thing that Will did. Will creating the ass under the bathing suit is so funny. Season 2 is my favorite season. I focus there. I think it's a great season. I think it's one of those you just have to look at it through a different light in the same way you look at Survivor Borneo in a different light. But I really, really enjoyed Season 2. I liked it more than Seasons 3, 4, and 5, which I know is a hot take, but I just thought it was more fun. All right. Here we go. I might have stolen his idea, but at least he gets a card dedicated to him. Quineth Martin, HP 580. He's a 7'3", 300 pounds of pure muscle. His ability is Sick Nasty. He gives a motivational pep talk to his team. Each team member stats are increased for the next turn. Damn. He did talk Tucker out of quitting a couple times. Which, to be fair, I don't think Tucker ever would have quit. They would have stopped him, but Quinn definitely does have that motivational gene. And the Pawn Star, he targets a Pokemon on his team with this attack, assuring them they will not be knocked unconscious. If the attack lands, the teammate is instantly knocked unconscious. Wow. Shady 580, I see. Pawn Star is disrespectful. It is funny, though. I like how in this version of Pokemon, there's promises involved. Yeah, I don't know how that translates to the board, but I'm glad to know we're thinking outside the box. Gwyneth Martin. I like this one. I like the fire background, too. That must have been an article. Oh, boy. I'm surprised we don't have more of this house guest. Because this seems like a classic one. Raven Walton. 1 HP. Ability is ailments, suffers from, but not limited to, bad knees, alien rash, thermal lungs, broken hand, elbow, neck, tailbone, and feet, skin rashes under her lungs, purple liver syndrome, reversed ankles, unfinished surgeries, struck by lightning 5 times, and a cough. I feel like that wouldn't be a helpful ability, but maybe, you need a negative ability to balance out Raven. Puppet Master, 1 damage to self, sent to jury as she is pulling the strings and knew what was going on. Imagine losing to someone who's got a Raven Walton card in their deck. That would be embarrassing. She's 5'5", 125. Medical experiment Pokemon is insane. That's a good one. All right, we got 3 more. 3 more. I believe. All right, this is a crazy one. Katie really asking us to be locked in to Big Brother Canada. But we've got, I believe, Sarah Hanlon, right? This is Sarah. I can't say the most creative moveset, but Fuck You Bruno is funny. Fuck You Bruno is a classic. 200 forces male players to lose highest rated cards. I gotta say, this might sound like a bit of a hot take. Being a man in the Big Brother trading card game does not seem advantageous. Seems to be a lot of danger, unless you're using the Grodner card. But here's Sarah. 5'8", weight. Fuck. Zooted, can put half the players to sleep, losing 1 turn. 420, 45. Very to the point, Katie. I like it. Also, I did not expect a Sarah Hanlon reference. All right. Okay. I had to do a double take on this one. I'm glad I did. Because... but before I show you this, just make sure everything's fine. There's no problem with this picture, okay? This is her costume. Remember her costume in the house? Bridget Dunning. She's got the mother of plants. Sustain plant life in the dungeon of Big Brother house. Your opponent will be attacked by poison ivy. And then she's the quirky queen. Sweet enough that opponents are nice to her sometimes. Plus 50 karma damage for each cookie that was thrown away. Again, I don't understand the mechanics of this card. But it is very creative. I like Mr. The Jenkins. Very cute. Very cute. Shoutouts to Bridget. I feel like Bridget's getting a lot of discussion recently. Good for her. I think most people found her very likable. Big Meech did not find her very likable. I remember that. And this is the last card of the day. Last card. A final Big Brother 2 reference. Or it's not Big Brother 2, it's Big Brother 6, I believe. Yeah, this is 6. Because, yeah. I remember this. Spy screen. It's not really a reference to Big Brother 6, but you know what I mean. Like, this is from BB6. Once per turn, select either the far right or far left card in your opponent's hand. Opponent must then show you that card and place it back in the center of the hand. I appreciate, Daniel, how locked in you are to the rules of Pokemon. I feel like your cards actually have a reasonable, design. Which leads us to the question, which is my favorite card? Who won, if it were? Wrong designer. Is it not Daniel? Oh, that was Sentient Beings? My bad. That's me. I'm not Daniel, but thanks. No, I thought it was Daniel. They know you're there.
No, they know.
They do. Oh, can I show you a card? I think it's this one.
Oh my god, who did the illustration? That's so cute.
This is from a game by...
I like the little curl.
Yeah, so this is, I think this is my favorite. At the end of the day, it's just the art style is so cute.
The 1006. Did you get that?
I did, upon first glance.
You definitely did it.
So I think this is my favorite. I will say, like, Pokemon does a good job of, like, mixing up their artwork style. Like, there's a lot of clay and, like, illustration
If both
stuff.
partners are in play, they cannot be knocked out on the same turn, just one after the other, right?
So, do you think you're the strategic debater or confident rebel?
You're so annoying.
She got it immediately, haha. Me too.
I had 20 plus.
It's our anniversary. You'd think we'd both remember. You would love Stardew Valley.
I think I would.
Yeah.
I've heard about it. Ignore all effects that or your attack she plays by her own rules. That's cute.
So I think this is my favorite. So shout outs to who made this one?
From late night strategy talks to live feed cuddles. So for his stream idea, Cory had viewers make like Pokemon cards or like some sort of playing cards.
Yeah, you want to see this one? I'm showing her Grodner, just to be clear.
Oh yeah, that's not on the screen.
But anyways, thank you all for hanging out. It was a very short stream, but
Blinded by blondes.
we were always gonna do this one, so I wanted to
Cory's never getting that call back.
I gave y'all a homework assignment. I wanted to follow through. Appreciate you guys. I'm very busy with schoolwork for the next few days, but I'll be live sometime early next week. Feel better. It's just allergies. It's nothing too bad.